Hello guys, to keep it short, today I will give you some tips that will help you to get what you really want in your life. Maybe there's some side hustle or something that you actually wanted to do but never did. For example, getting a better diet, a better body, etc. But somehow you never did it and won't do it sometime, but actually never. You're probably just thinking too much about the short term. I'm here to change that, and I'm here to explain why you should think in the long run. Now that my hair is shorter, I can proceed with the video. Short-term thinking is when you think at the end of the week and do what makes it more pleasurable, but actually it won't help you. Short-term thinking is when you want to get up, but your bed is just too comfortable and you want to stay in there because it seems right, and you stay there for some seconds or some minutes or even some hours, and you are unproductive doing that. Short-term thinking is when you're playing video games, watching TikTok, watching Netflix, eating junk food, because it's better in that perspective and it's more enjoyable. And literally 90% of people are thinking like this. They rather do something comfortable, something pleasurable, something valuable than something hard that will give value in the long term. Now think. Do you enjoy the burger you ate yesterday? Do you enjoy the comfort of staying in bed last week? Do you enjoy the video games you played last month? Probably you don't. Actually, the pleasure was just for the 2 minutes you ate the burger and for the time you stayed in your bed. But if you think back, actually you could have done something very more productive instead. You'll be able to accomplish much bigger things and much better things if you would have put in the work in the time where you stayed comfortable. To make it clear, long-term thinking is when you visualize your perfect future and step by step set goals to reach them, plan how you want to reach them, and then put in the work to reach them. And to say reach them another time, you reach them if you put in the work to reach them. Of course, sometimes you can do something that's giving you more pleasure in the short term and more value than in the long term, but regularly you don't. And reaching the long-term goals will even be more pleasurable and more valuable than reaching your short-term goals of comfort and pleasure. So now that you listen to me, it sounds very good, right? Now we just do that. Close your eyes and imagine your perfect future. Everything that you want to have, that you want to be like, or the people that you want to be with. And now you think what you need to do to get these accomplishments you will have in your future. And then you think what you need to get the accomplishments. You could say the accomplishments that you will have made are your goals now. You don't need to set every goal at once, but you can set one goal and at the other day you set another goal, and step by step you will reach them. And the only two things that you need now is willpower on the one hand and discipline on the other hand. And the things that don't give you actual long-term value, just avoid them. You don't need them anymore. Make a realistic plan on what things you need to get closer to your goals step by step every day. And now you just stick to your goals, and this is where you need discipline and consistency. Because, for example, one workout doesn't change anything of your body. You need to do workouts consistently, for example 3 to 4 times a week, and then after some months you will see differences. And in general, you shouldn't do what you feel like. What you feel like is just your brain thinking in the short term, and this is what you avoid. And now that we talked about this, go do that right now. If there's something more important you actually should do now, why are you even watching YouTube videos? Just do that and come back after that. And if you got time now, pause the video, make your plans and start executing them immediately afterwards. Because if you want to reach your goals and know that you need to put work in, just start now, because if you don't start, then you will never start. At some point you need to start, and if you think it's good to do that, start now. Now that you have your goals in mind, it's good to work for them. What are you waiting for? Just come back when you're finished. Not your entire goals, but when you're finished setting up the goals and making a plan how you reach them in the long term. As I said, of course you don't need to start everything at once, but you can start small, turning one bad habit into a good habit. And if you see it works, you just do it another time with another habit. And then you stick to them in the long term, week by week, which is the most important thing, that you think in the long term and see that you're making progress in the long term if you do the unpleasurable things, the hard work now. This video was a bit different than the other videos, but I think you like it. And I also think that I could help you with this video, and like and subscribe if you're more of such videos. And as always, see you back here soon.